better way to say I love you during the holidays than rubber gloves and cheese balls? Hey guys, Frank here. Guess what we're doing today? We're making a cheese ball. It's the holiday season. You get invited to a Christmas party, Hanukkah party, whatever kind of party, and you're probably gonna need an appetizer. And cheese balls are a huge appetizer in the South. Now I'm from Ohio, we had them there too. The only place I've ever been that doesn't have them is Canada. So you Canadians, you get in on this. And if you're from Canada and you've had cheese balls, let us know in the comments below. But I'm telling you right now, we've got all kinds of ingredients that we're going to use here. You can see them right here. We're going to go over them right now to tell you a little bit of what we've got. Got some sharp cheddar. We got a little bit of cream cheese here, some blue cheese. We're looking at cranberries soaked in some Christmas wine, garlic powder, black pepper, some chives. We got some chili powder for a little bit of heat and for some more heat. We've even got some jalapenos chopped up. And to top it all off, we've got some chopped pecans here to roll that whole cheese ball in. So now we're going to take those ingredients and we're going to start mixing them together. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can try to do it with a spoon, but it's really, really a pain trying to do it with a spoon. So I like to take a pair of gloves and I like to just mix it all together in a bowl with my hands. Kind of reminds you when you were a kid, outside you'd make mud pies. That's what it feels like, man. So it takes you back to being a kid outside. Now, we've got our cream cheese here. Now, I'm going to use half a brick because I'm going to make a little bit of a smaller one. If you want to use a whole brick, go right ahead. That'll work also. But we've also got some of our sharp cheddar here. We're going to throw that on top. And I got about 4 ounces of that here. Mix that in, put that on top. And then I'm going to add a little bit of blue cheese. Because what happens is your cream cheese it's kind of a bland flavor. So you want some of the extra flavoring in there. And that blue cheese here and that sharp cheddar, that's going to add a lot of extra flavor in there. Give you a little bit of that bite that you're looking for. So we've got these and we'll just move all this over here. Now we're going to add some of our dry ingredients. Now here's my chives, just pour that in there. Got a little bit of that garlic powder, some of our pepper, and to give it a little bit of a kick, we're going to give it a little bit of that chili powder, and some people like even more of a kick. Now if you're not into more of a kick, don't do this, but I am, so we're going to do it. We're going to take a jalapeno that we've already cut up, and we are going to throw that in there also, get all of that out of there. Now, I want to mix this up first. Now the reason we're going to do this is we want to get this mixed together, and we don't want those cranberries that have been soaking in that Christmas wine to get mushed up too much in this cheese ball. So we want to get all this all mixed together first. So we'll do that. And again, just use your hands. Using your hands like this, A, it's more fun than using a spoon, and B, it's just a heck of a lot easier. So we're going to get that all mushed together. And if you've ever taken ground beef and mixed it together, you're going to do the same thing. Kind of knead it, almost like dough. So we've got all that together. Now, we'll take that up out of there. That looks pretty good. Looks mixed together really well. And you want to get that into your ball a little bit there before you add those cranberries. So let's put that back down there. I got that into my ball. And then we'll take some of our cranberries. And we've got about a cup. Half a cup cranberries, half a cup of that Christmas red wine. Kind of strain that a little bit because you don't want this to get too wet. If it gets too wet, it's going to fall apart. And you can always put it in the refrigerator to get it to set up a little bit more, but it's easier if you don't do that. So let's take those cranberries out of there. And I've got those. Now, we'll mix those in. And as we mix that in, we might want to use a little bit more of that wine, but we want to get those mixed in there and try to get them, you know, kind of even in there. You don't want them all on one side. So let's do that. And I'm going to add just a couple more here and a little bit of that wine because it's not making it too runny yet. So there we go. And as we mix that up, the next thing we're going to end up doing as soon as I get this all back together is we're going to throw some pecans out onto this tray here to actually take all that and roll those in there. So that's about what you want your cheese ball to look like. That looks just about right. So let's get those pecans put out. Now that we got our pecans put out on our tray, I want to add one more thing to our cheese ball. And that is a little bit of our red pepper and onion relish. Now I'm not going to add a lot, maybe just a couple of tablespoons here. We'll do, let's try about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons will work. We'll put that on top, mix that in there a little bit. Let's get this over here and push that all down in there. So now what we want to do, we need to roll this baby. So imagine you're making a snowman, okay? That's what I think of when I do these. I'm just going to roll this down the road just like I do when I was a kid making a snowman. Just roll it that way. And of course what I would always do is I'd turn it the other way and then I'd roll it that way, just like that. So this is our finished product, okay? So now what you can do if you want, I would put it in the refrigerator for, I don't know, about 3 or 4 or 5 hours, something like that, and let it harden up a little bit, but I want to taste this right now. So I'm going to give this a taste right now. Let me get these gloves off and throw those over here. Grab a cracker, take yourself a knife, and just dig right in. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that just looks amazing, doesn't it? And I'm telling you, just get a big, big glob of that, because you know what? I love more cheese on my crackers. If you want to make a little cracker s'more, you can do that too. Put one right on top, and we got a cracker s'more, all right? Here we go. I got the cranberry taste in there, a little bit of that Christmas red that I taste, that where those cranberries are soaking in. A little bit of heat. I like that heat. But that cheddar and that cream cheese mixed together, a little bit of that blue cheese, just awesome. And then the final thing I'm getting though is that red pepper and onion relish. You really do taste that red pepper and onion relish. Great thing to take to any parties you go to this holiday season. Try it out. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time. But until then, this is Frank, out.